something earlier in the year, say something about the nerves, winning your first title in a long time. Most of these players have not really won anything. It's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. These players are still kind of growing in their careers. We can't say we have.
Daniel, sorry, let me come in there. If you say the players have not won anything, looking at the squad currently, you have an Incapié that went unbeaten with Bayer Leverkusen, right? Yeah. You have a Timber that has won stuff with Ajax, right? Yes. We have a Zubimendi that has won stuff with Spain. Right, we have Gyökeres that has won stuff in the Portuguese league. We also have who else? We also have Merino.
We have Eze that still won something last season.
We have Eze, right? That won stuff with with Crystal Palace. We have a Merino that has been successful with the Spanish squad, right? We have a Norgard, even if he has not won anything, his experience, right? He's been in the EPL. So I wouldn't want to buy that idea that we have players that have not won stuff. The dressing at the moment, we have clusters of players that know about winning, right? We can all agree on that, right?
I agree with you. But when we talk about winning in this case, I mean the major trophies, the Premier League, the Champions League. If you look at the City team, you can name at least 5 players that have won this thing. Go to Liverpool as well. We say the same thing. That's why United too are fumbling. They don't have that core. They don't have the spine of players. Raya has won with Spain. He wasn't starting for Spain. So the people that I can say have won stuff that is tangible is just Zubimendi and Merino. And Merino is injured. I'll go to Merino injury at another time because I feel his injury as well is causing problems for us, especially in the midfield. We don't have anybody controlling the tempo of the game when he's not around or Odegaard is not around. Because you see yesterday, we need somebody in the midfield that could hold the ball. Eze could not do that. He was just moving around, losing the ball everywhere. I don't
know why Eze is always so shaky on the ball these days. I don't understand.
Slow the game down. Take the see Rodri, Rodri just gets the ball, just start moving around, takes away all the pressure, but nobody does
take that. Take the foul in, let them foul you. Give your team the possession. That's how you play as a 10.
There was a particular ball that was given to Zubimendi, and the first thing was to launch it back to the CBs of Wolves. Come on, not in that game state. You take this thing out of it. Don't just play the ball off. You calm down, you pass your players, just get the good vibe going. But no, everyone was panicking. Even Jesus as well. I have a problem with Jesus, to be fair, playing for us now at this time. The guy has never convinced me. He has never convinced me. I would rather Gyökeres plays 90 minutes and he doesn't score anything that Jesus on the pitch. Because if you see something, whenever Gyökeres is sub, concede the goal 90% of the time. Because why? There's no threat of it anymore. You see the CBs now pressing. And the game against Brighton, I'll keep going back to that game because I saw it first time. The team basically collapsed after it was gone because you see the CPs of the other team players just moving forward because nobody is there. They know that Jesus can't do anything. Jesus is that player that needs the ball to his feet where he can start jumping and doing things that amount to nothing. So we need Arteta to have, to be fair, the courage to say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is the player I'm going to play. Zubimendi needs to be benched right now, in my opinion. And bring in Norgard. The game against Wigan, we can say it's Wigan, but he showed experience in that game. Control the midfield. People say he doesn't pass forward and stuff. He did that.
He passes forward every time.
Completely.
Every time.
So we need see Ben White as well. Ben White is one of our most technical players when it comes to passing the ball. Why is he not playing? Why are we having Timber every single time? Because to me, Timber right now, we've played him off the park already. He's gone. His legs are gone. And it shows. Try White. I don't know why. Maybe there are some injury stuff that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know. But we need to see a change from the North derby. He must not start that lineup. If not, we are going to lose the game. Because why? New manager bounce and Tottenham, they feel like they have the opportunity to leave a mark on us. So we need to put our foot down and get back to work. Go to the basics. Because right now, we're not doing the basics well. We can pass. The game against United, I was lost by that game. Nobody could pass the ball. We forgot how to do in our stadium. It was so bad. So now, I believe it's a mentality thing. I believe again it's because we've not won in a long time. But right now we need to go back to the drawing board, get the basics right, defend properly, communicate, because that's the function of football. Communicate, defend properly, pass the ball correctly, and get going. Because we lost the ball so many times in the second half yesterday. So hopefully that can go back to the drawing board and make some changes.
Perfect way to segue to
sorry,
because we're going to discuss the Teta.
I'm sorry. Yep. I'm sorry to cut you, right? So we talk about winners in the team, right? You talk about people who have played for Spain, who have won titles, who have won consistency in wins and all of that. Have we talked about the coach? What has he really won? An FA Cup title? Does he have the mentality to manage a winning team? Does he have the mentality to manage winners, people who are coming from winning positions? Does he have that mentality? That's another question we need to start asking ourselves. Now, talk about the team. You see, the only reason why Arsenal, my darling Arsenal, back in the day, you can never banter Arsenal because we used to be major champions. We deal with the big boys. But we'll start falling apart after that Champions League final against Barcelona. Things started crumbling. Now, the reason why you can never banter Man City, even if they lose 5 games in a row, and they keep telling you Man City is a bigger club than Arsenal, is because the mentality those boys have and the kind of manager that they have, they will keep pushing up until the end, and there will be a pain in your butt until the final whistle of the season. This is the same reason why it is 5 points, and people are still saying Arsenal will lose the league, Man City will win the league. But if it was Man City on top of the table that drew with Wolverhampton Wanderers yesterday, nobody would say anything that Arsenal will catch them because it is Man City. Because it is Man City. Liverpool have been struggling and all of that. How many people called Liverpool out? But look at them. You can imagine a Man City knowing that if they had won Wolverhampton Wanderers, they would have gone about 8 points or 9 points clear of the table. You know Wolverhampton Wanderers, then go collect. You will beat them black, blue, yellow, all damn colors of the rainbow. Man City will keep people because they know that if they win, it extends their lead at the top of the table. But my Arsenal, the reverse is the case. So mentality needs to change. Mentality needs to change in the club.
Yeah, perfect way to segue into the Arteta discussion. And I want Oluwole to come in. Perfect way for me to bring you on the show. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Can you hear me? Yes. Yes. So where we are at this moment, I'm going to speak based on facts, right? 2022-2023 season, Pep came from behind, right, to catch up with Arsenal. 2023-2024 season, Pep did the same thing, came from behind. Now we're seeing something similar. Yes, 5-point difference, 5 points ahead of Man City with a game in hand over Man City. But it's beginning to look like the same thing all over again. And yesterday's performance has opened that door for Pep. And we know Pep, with the siege mentality thingy, he would want to ride on this. Is this scary time for Arsenal, or is there still hope somewhere?
So I think it's a mix of both. I think it's a deja vu feeling.
Can you put your mic closer to your mouth so we can hear you? Yes. Yeah, better now. Yeah.
So I think it's like a deja vu feeling. I think it's a case of because of the fact that we've experienced that meltdown. So Arsenal has experienced that meltdown in 2022, 2023, and that was the first time in a very long time that I think not very long time. Let's just say since after the Leicester City run and how Leicester City went on to win the league with Arsene Wenger, Arsene Wenger as Arsenal's coach, and then Claudio Ranieri as Leicester City manager. But since after that time, and we've always cracked under that pressure. Like I said, I think it's a mix of both. For Arteta, I feel it's one thing for you to, that, okay, you've won a title as an assistant manager. Like, he was a part of Pep Guardiola's backroom staff. In fact, when Pep did the domestic treble, Arteta was his number 2 guy. But it's a different thing when you're
was Arteta his I think Arteta was at Arsenal at that time.
No, it was his number 2. That was
when they did the treble. No. It was with Pep. Okay.
Yeah, it was with Pep. Yes, that was 2018-2019 season. That was the season they lost to Real Madrid in the semi-finals.
Okay.
So it's a different ball game, and I feel what Arteta should be doing now is that you should not crack under pressure. Yes, to some extent, Arteta is a bit stubborn. He's very stubborn. He's very loyal to the players that he feels are doing good enough. But at times, that is the difference between him and the Pep Guardiola, or even an Jose Mourinho. Even though for me, Jose Mourinho has lost that bite, or maybe to some extent a Carlo Ancelotti. because Ancelotti still has that bite. When a big player, is not living up to standard, get somebody else to show him that he should be fighting for his shirts. Or when a player looks like he has been spent out, bench him, rest him, give him a break. I still don't understand why a player like Zubimendi is still playing 90 minutes. When Zubimendi, first half of the season, he played almost every other game. We see Declan Rice doing his best. If at times, give him that pep talk. Don't do too much. Stick to the basics. These are the things that make a great manager a great manager. We always talk about Arsene Wenger, but I've watched several documentaries about Arsene Wenger. And when Arsene Wenger first came to Arsenal, the first set of things he did was change some stuff, diet and all that, and then switch to his kind of basics. Pass the ball, run with the ball, open play, Gradually, he was even able to build a team that became invincible. Not like that invincible did not know how to score goals or do anything. Yes, they went on to draw 12 games. But every game that even when Arsenal drew, people would go like, this was a game that showed that they were ready to be champions. And that also comes down to the mentality of the players. If the coach is trying to give you a mentality that, come, I see you guys as champions. Do they see themselves as champions? You get that? So, see, sometimes we might want to say, is the manager good enough? The question is, the manager can be good enough, but are the players even having it in that subconscious state that they are good enough? I'll give you another example. Mauricio Pochettino, right? Never won anything with Spurs. His best was 3-4 finals.
Champions League finals, yeah.
Champions League final, Carabao Cup final. Pochettino went to PSG. He won the league there.
Some will argue Farmers League. League.
No matter what, even if it's a Farmers League, what's his name? Ancelotti's first season in PSG.
When Emery didn't win the league, though, did he win the league with them? With PSG?
I don't think he won the league.
Okay, maybe he won the Coupe de France or something.
I don't think he won the league.
That was the season Lee won the league.
Yeah, that was the season Lee won the league. Yeah.
Yes. But he won every other cup. You get? So, see, I can tell you, see, it is down to the fact that the coach will do what he wants to do. Do the players really understand what it is to state that we are champions? With that mental state. Yesterday's game, who was I talking with this morning before I even went on air? Okay, the receptionist of TV station, I normally have sports show, and he said something. He said from 78th minute, Arsenal the players were just playing like they were tired and all that, and it was like it didn't matter to them anymore. And I told him, I said, you are very right. I said, even before then, the second half, Wolves came out and played Arsenal. However, Arsenal had a situation whereby they even went 2 goals up. Then, that's a part of, okay, if the players are, they are being a bit relaxed, then you can also switch to the manager and say, okay, manager, bring in some kind of players that will change things. Or, okay, brought in Eze, brought in Jesus. I will still say one thing. Mikel Arteta should try and not be too trusty too much. Sometimes you trust the player to a ridiculous extent and it gets you burnt. Maybe the player can go to war for you, yes, but sometimes the player can fall your hand. So look at your bench, and there are some players that are hungry. For crying out loud, there's a Nord guard there. We all saw what he did on Sunday. You raise the players, what they call level of motivation and game influence high. He has a fantastic game. Next game is on the bench, and the same player is seeing the teammates that is collecting fresh shares not even performing at that level anymore. You're a manager. Run the shots. These are the things that made a Jose Mourinho. People respect Mourinho. Mourinho will look at Frank Lampard. Lampard is not. You just remove him. You just see that he has thrown in somebody there, and everybody's like, "Oh no." Maybe some key players like maybe the likes of Drogba, John Terry, those ones were the dons of the team. They were the echelons. He was never going to touch them. But if maybe what's his name, Kalu Bularus is not doing well, we bench him. There was a time during a game, Jose's second time when he won the league, Bularus was doing it. He substituted him, removed him, and brought in somebody else. So these are things that, as a manager, yes, you feel that you like this player or this player can go to work for you. But man, if the player is already wearing out, give him a break.
I totally agree. But I don't know what happened to my PC, but at least I'm back. But guys, I want us to just address this before we round off this episode, because I know at this moment the morale is down. There's a London derby, not London derby on Sunday. I know, like Daniel mentioned, you see those guys, they don't have anything at all. No vision, no mission, no targets, no objective. But the only thing they know, and they will be well prepared, is to stop Arsenal from achieving, right? And we all have said it all. The players, the manager, Arteta. I think we mentioned it. We don't want to see the same set of players starting the Sunday game. Yeah. You have to mix things up. You have to rejig the team. Yeah. But Udoko mentioned something. Who knows? Arteta could be sacked if he doesn't win the EPL. But do you think the players are getting tired of listening to the same thing over and over again, and no result is coming out? Nothing. Yeah. Because look at Saliba, look at Gabriel, look at Saka. They are in the twilight of their career. And Udoko mentioned something earlier. If we do not win anything this season, especially the league, it'll have to be us mental breakdown, mental collapse. Raposo, let's start from you. Do you think the players are beginning to get tired of listening to the same win the duels? I know, vitamin in my veins. Gracia.
So I just feel that firstly, we've seen how teams operate. We've seen that apart from the coach, the team is a unit. They need to have a bond. They need to have a way they talk to each other and say, okay, you know what? Leave the coach out of this. Let's talk to ourselves. What did they want to do now? If they want to win the league, that's what they need to do. If they want to go on, we had a very good run. What do you say? About 8 clean sheets or thereabouts into the beginning of the season and all that. What stops you from doing the same thing now? You are still the same set of players. On the coach's side, he needs to start making subs properly. He needs to stop being rigid. Do you understand? And at this point, now he knows that he's going to be telling the players, if you don't do it on time, I take you out. I have people on the bench to do it for me. MLS, Nogard, Ben White, get these guys more involved per game. Forget this Jesus. Jesus can turn up in 1 or 2 games. We know him. When it's not time for Jesus, he would not turn up. I'm not using him as a scapegoat, but like Daniel said, once your career is not in that attack, that press is gone. It affects us. So as a team, they need to talk to each other. And I said something too. Captaincy matters a lot. Go outside. Captaincy matters a lot. I always say it's my own captain in the team is Declan Rice. He's the only one I can see. He's the only one I can see that gives his all every time. 90 minutes is on his heels. We need somebody that can, during the game, alpha, what's going on? Speak to yourselves. You don't need to be lackluster every time, or are you scared of shouting at each other? If you don't do these kind of things, you can't get results. Pepe, Ramos, those guys won the Champions League by, having themselves on the line. The passion has to be there. So that's why we are saying, if you want to be, if you want to be champion at the end of the season, you need to show it. Even our rival fans have been saying it, that you guys don't play like champions recently, and it's the truth. You need to show it. You can't come to the Wolves game and say, "Oh, you are leading Wolves 2-0 by 50 something or 65 minutes." Kill off the game with the 2 more goals and go and rest. Even after they scored the first goal against us, you are meant to be playing them half field.
They were attacking.
You
They had the
understand?
impetus. They had the impetus.
That's how you
over
show
us.
it. You need to play them half field. That's the same thing I said against United. When United equalized 2-2, we needed to take United half field. You are
When
at home,
we
you are at the
equalized,
Emirates.
we equalized.
Sorry, we equalized.
United.
Sorry. You needed to play them half field and just make sure that any ball coming out, your defenders are getting it, your midfielders are reloading it, your strikers are attacking. But instead, we just decide to calm down. And to be honest with you, this season it has happened a lot of times, and I like the fact that some things are happening. I'm still pushing us now to win the league, whether it's by goal difference, whether it's with a point. I'm still pushing us to win the league. I believe we'll still win the league. Yes, I'm saying it.
Siege
But-
mentality.
But the only thing I have with them is this, and that's what we've said. If you want to do it, the fans are not going to do it for you. You need
You
to
have
do
to
it
rise
as a
up.
crop of players. When you watch the Invisibles, these guys, the games are not easy. Like Logo said, 12 fucking draws. Sorry for using the word, but they are not easy. You have okay, for example, look at what we did in Champions League so far this season. Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid. Which other teams can you meet in Europe now that would say, oh, they will not take a point from you? So let us really understand what we have. We've got these guys that can give us these results. Don't think less of yourself. Don't even overhype yourself. And that's what they've been doing so far. For like the past few weeks, the clients will tell you we're taking it per game, this one, that one. But when it comes to that crunch time, I don't know why they switch off. From 80-something minutes, you just see them, parabolating around, eating the ball without, focus. And I don't really understand. But so that someone else can come in before we wrap up. We still have to just go behind them. We have nothing to do. We're Arsenal fans, bro. We can't run anywhere. Whether we like them or not, last as we go say we don't go support one team for Spain for the main time. We all want to see our team lift the trophy. We all want to enjoy it. And I know one thing we are Arteta too is this: if he wins, don't pass anywhere. If he wins the league this season, he's going to go on a ride.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. If he wins the league this season, or if he wins a major trophy this season,
he has to do it. He has to do it.
Yes, he has to. He has no choice.
He's
going to
do
go on a ride.
And
So
there's
what
something.
he has to do now,
Okay.
yeah, what he has to
continue.
now to himself is to reason that, see, I'm the manager. Whatever happens at the end of the season, it's either they boo me, it's either they sack me, or it's either they throw me up in the air. Which one do you want? Whether you sub a player or not, whether you don't start a player or not, it's not the player's business. You are the coach. You are the manager. You are the one that wants to be. See, you see a lot of times when Ancelotti was coaching Madrid, when they were doing, or let me even give Zizou, when they were doing the tripit. Zizou is not somebody that would. The only person that was not touchable in that team, or the two people, were Benzema and Ronaldo. I don't want to know who you are. Zidane no get time. What? Maybe he brought in Asensio from nowhere. Do you understand?
Yes.
And Garibay was forming, I want to do, go and see that Asensio take that spot. And that guy was popping. So as a coach, as a manager, you need to show your guts. You need to have the balls, cojones. You need to have it. If you don't have it and you're forming that you don't want to do, or you're overpiling minutes on a particular player, it will tell on you. And by the time it tells on you, nobody's there to support you. You carry your cross. So trust me, they need to speak to themselves as a team at first. Then the manager needs to do what is right. Tottenham, whether they like it or not, let's just go and finish those ones. And I know we are coming home to Chelsea. Tottenham, I don't really.
Quick one.
So
let's finish them. Fast. Just finish them.
Just go to Udoka so we can round off. Come Sunday, what do you expect from Arteta? What do you expect from the players? Is it the same thing all over again? Or do we want something different, something new, something fresh?
Let me finish. Bye-bye.
The next 5 games will determine if we are pretenders or contenders. There's Tottenham. Yes, we can beat Tottenham. It's a away game, but remember, new manager bounce. We know how it affects all of these teams. So there's Tottenham Hotspur that were playing away. There's Chelsea, a resurgent Chelsea side. There's Brighton, another banana peel.
Twice. Under this new manager,
another banana peel. Because so because of how we are at the moment, we are wounded. Arsenal is a wounded team at the moment. So you don't know what will happen against any team. So I'm even more afraid for the game between Arsenal and Brighton, and even the game against Chelsea, than every other one. Now there's Everton that know how to block everywhere. Those ones are like Julius Berger. They will block everything. And then there's Bournemouth. So these 5 games will determine if Arsenal are really title contenders or we'll call them pretenders. Now, let me quickly go to Manchester City's games. Now, Manchester City have Newcastle this weekend. There's Leeds. There's Nottingham Forest. There's West Ham United. There's Chelsea. Out of these 5 games, I feel like Man City can get 3 points against Leeds, against West Ham, and against Nottingham Forest. Maybe Newcastle, Chelsea, they just might draw or even lose that game, but Man City can get results when they want this result, especially when they can smell blood. So the next 5 games will determine if Arsenal are contenders or pretenders. What do we need to do? Talk to ourselves. It is okay to fight. We heard Declan Rice was screaming at David Eze, not to tarnish his image, but of course to put him on his right, put him on the right feet to do the right things. I talk about captaincy.
Yeah.
If you go back in the day, you look at Arsenal and the type of captain that they had, they won titles. You go to a Manchester City, even you see Yaya Toure, they won stuff. You go to Liverpool, there was a Gerrard there, there was a Carragher there. Strong captains that won titles with the team and the kind of captaincy that they had. You go to Barcelona, there was a Carlos Puyol. Strong leader. There was a Zidane right there at Real Madrid. So you look at all of these teams that have won stuff, apart from the coach, the captains also stand out. But these days, we have Gen Z captains, we have Ajabota captains, we have captains who don't even know how to scream at their teammates. You don't have to shake up your team to deliver results. Bukayo Saka is not a captain. No. Odegaard is not a captain. Gabriel, yes, he might be able to do the job, but he has a lot more to deal with at the back. Give Declan Rice the captain's handband and watch him deliver titles for Arsenal. So again, my take is, or my two cover is, the next 5 games will determine if we are pretenders or contenders. Because where we are right now, we are pretty much pretenders, if you ask me. That's my take.
Good one. Daniel. Then after Daniel, Oli, we just sign off and we bounce.
Yeah. I'll start off with Madueke. That guy should not be starting for us. That guy should be maybe a sub for now. He has the qualities, but he still needs to, sharpen himself up in terms of finishing touches, because he's really killing our attack. The attack of Madueke, Gyökeres, and Martinelli was never going to work. I was, because it's nobody there seems to be the winger that can hold the ball down and do something very technical. Madueke's first touch is not so good. Even one has noticed that. It's not so good. So that front 3 yesterday was not balanced. I think I need to get the balance right, first of all. I need to stop that Saka 10 experiment. I don't want to see it again in the Premier League. Saka should stay on the flank, keep his feet. That's where he has played for the past 4 years, and he has played well. He has delivered. Yes, he's not on form, but you can't say Ronaldo is not on form and he won't play. That's basically our best attacker. And Trossard needs to be starting, because when Trossard came in yesterday, he started making some funny mistakes, because when 2 or 3 players in the team are behaving shaky, he spreads across the team. The Trossard needs to start important games and Saka, then Gyökeres. Let's work with that, what we know, and people that have proven themselves. Trossard has proven to be a good winger for us so far. And out of all the wingers we have, it's one I can actually say, shows a bit of fight in him, gets us some. Look at the goal at Sunderland. He has done some things for us, and so Arteta needs to, going forward, needs to make a decision. I need to be difficult to beat. Because right now, I feel we are easy to score against. I don't see it every single game. Like, everybody has a way. If you can also, do something crazy in the box, push someone, shove someone over, you can get a goal. So we need
shoot
to
from
go
outside.
Back to the basic. Yeah, shoot
right,
from outside. You can get a goal.
It's especially the outside shots now. They've known that. They've known that already.
So Raya has always been considering outside shots anyways. For Brentford, I remember Rudiger scored in Stamford Bridge from outside the box. If you look for a catalogue, you see a lot of outside goals from him. So we need to make, and that's the fault of our DM as well. Zubimendi does not close player down. I don't know if it's a Spanish thing. doesn't close players down. Like he needs to go make contact. Noga to do that because that is a physical tackle. Is like Palinia, physical DM. So we need to get that in the groove and change the mentality. We need to start winning games comfortably. We need to start showing, because yesterday I sent a message to the whole league. Everybody comes to us now and believe that we can get a point of them. We have shown it. Now we are giving that to everybody in the league that, oh yeah, we can get something off them. So we need to show them that Man City have done it over the years. That's why even till now, when they were shambles, people still go to City and they're afraid that it's City. They can do anything to you. But we don't have that fear factor. You see our players, missing the tackle, so anything like this, like you have it up in the air. Show that you have the character. Show that you have, toughen up, stand up and be counted. That is what we need right now. Don't just sit back there. Show some fights. Be grown up. See what you said about Lehman. What he did to Toure. We need players that can impose themselves in games. Rice is the only one doing that right now, and there are a lot of games we should have lost actually this season. Away at Dickinson Stadium, Everton. Rice saved us in that game. We can keep counting games that saved us. Rice is the only player that can say he shows that mentality. And I'm not
even against Brentford. There was a particular touch he ran all the way
game away.
But he stole the ball.
From Ouattara.
Bournemouth away
from Ouattara.
So we need to do this more. Gabriel, in my opinion, right now is too emotional. I don't like that about him. He's too emotional. You want to breed fear. Imagine you are that big guy. I'll let you nobody would like who's getting worked up. I can get to him. Show that. See Van Dijk. You really see Van Dijk, roughened up. He's always keeping like nothing you can do can get to me. But we are too emotional. Saliba has been so shaky. He has been so shaky. Come on, make contact.
Tolu yesterday was winning all the duels against Saliba.
Exactly. So I don't know. It's on the flip side. I feel these players need a break. If you look at it, we have been playing every midweek since the year started. That is not normal. Every single time. So they are worn out, and Arteta is making a mistake. Playing the same players week in, week out. You have
nothing stops someone like Mosquera from starting yesterday.
Exactly.
I was expecting. I was even thinking the same setup that played Wigan would be the one to execute that Wolves.
Mosquera, in the middle. Switch up on allow MLS, even MLS too. Play this guy. Like you don't keep working out this same set of players every time.
So he's making every game look like a big game. Look at this scenario. Imagine he played that Wigan team against Wolves. He sent a message to the whole league that we are ready for you. We are going to play our boys here. We know the important games. But he played the main boys against Wolves, telling the world that this is the final for us. We have to win this game. No, you don't do that. You show personality. You show that, no matter what's happened, we can get something from here. We have good players. The players will see that he trusts us. Right now, no guy will be like on the page, like, what is this guy doing? Does he trust me? When he comes on, does he trust me? Then he starts overthinking. So we
because what's the point of buying him? An ex-captain of a Premier League team.
I understand that Luis Kelly right now. Luis Kelly 1v1 right now has been so bad. Luis Kelly 1v1 he has been so bad.
Yeah, it's been porous.
Space. I was like, I really can't remember the Luis Kelly of last season from what I'm seeing right now. I'm like,
Luis Kelly against Real Madrid.
Dictating the game, showing flair. We need to wake up. I thought, we dropped our last points against United. I felt like that was a wake-up call. But now we've had 2 more draws after that time. So
drop
the
4
players
points.
did, 4 points. So
after United, I said we needed a 5-point bounce. 5-game bounce. Just like Mr. Udoka is saying. 5-game bounce. Go on to win the next 5 games so that you can cement yourself there. See what we've done.
I think if we can survive Chelsea and Tottenham, we need to beat City. Arteta must not go there and say he wants to draw. Even if we are 5 points clear, we need to beat City.
That's the only way. If you win City there, you win the league. And you need to win City.
The Carabao Cup, we need to send a message because everyone is like,
the Carabao Cup, you win the Carabao Cup. It will even lift them. Once they lift the trophy first, trust me, their mentality will change. So they actually need that Carabao Cup most importantly. Apart from that, for now, win your games. Non-excusable at all.
Something needs to happen as well. We need to give these players a break as soon as possible. These guys have been playing so much. Like every day now, Arsenal is playing Arsenal is playing tomorrow. We need that break. City, right now, they have like a week off. It's an advantage City.
I think after the Spurs game, we'll have a week break, right? before we meet Chelsea.
Yeah. After the Spurs game, we have the full week.
Because if you remember, 21-22, after the Dubai trip and we go back, they looked fresh because we're competing.
I think that was 23-24.
Yes.
23-24. Yeah. The collar jersey, I remember.
Yeah, exactly. You see their face, they're tired, they're drained. Saliba, so I feel he as well is tired, although he had a break, he didn't play in some games, but we need to give these players a rest. It is not human to do what they are doing right now. So hopefully we can get it.
Yeah. So let's allow Oluwole Logo to close the show for us. You just got 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think everybody has said a whole lot. Well, we just have to be hopeful. We have to also, as fans, we just take it that it's football. Like I said earlier, deja vu moments, yes, because of 2022-2023 season, especially even after that time, there was a World Cup, mid-season World Cup. So it happened, and then we're coming back, and then dropped points against Nottingham Forest, lost to Villa and all that. So, like Udoka said, these next 5 games I think are key. I think we should be able to get a win. Forget the new manager bouncing against Spurs, because though Spurs have had about a week to prepare with the Tudor, so that's been a tricky game. But I think the players will need to come out. They need to come out. Arteta should now be ruthless with his defense. Really needs to be ruthless with his defense. Very, very pragmatic mindset, which has made us concede just 20 goals in the UPL. Because going into that game yesterday, it was 18 goals Arsenal conceded. Just 20 goals in the UPL. After 24 games, that's a very good defense. But you score more goals. When you score more goals, you do well. So I think Arteta needs to just do things that will make the fans know that truly it's the manager that should take us to El Dorado. Else, no longer just look like, hey, taking us to his best. But let's hope for the best.
Nice one.